as a spiritual being living out a human existence, as you walk this experience of life, you have to learn how to tap into your intuition so that you can begin to see things for what they truly are in everyday life versus allowing the illusions to tell lies to your eyes as well as your ears. You have to learn how to begin to tap into the senses, all of the senses within your mind, your body, your heart, and your spirit, so that you can be able to discern certain things when it comes to different situations, especially when it comes to dealing with the opposite sex and relationships, because not everything requires a reaction, and you are in control of your actions, your reactions, your behaviors, your feelings, your emotions, your thoughts, the words that you speak. Those are the things that you are in control of. You can't control nothing outside of yourself when it comes to anyone else. And I say this simply because the point of the matter is like, people will intentionally poke the bear in the attempts to try and antagonize and bring something out of you in regards to darkness or the old version of you that you have worked so hard to get away from. Not necessarily get away from, but change, to evolve and ascend. And in doing so, once people start seeing the ascension, that light that's emanating from you, people will become more attracted to you like a moth to a flame, simply because they are curious. Some will have good intentions, some will have bad intentions. But that's where the intuition, the discernment, and the senses come into place. Once you begin to tap into these things, it'll be that much easier to navigate life, yet alone these situations as they come and go. And I stress this simply because I have individuals coming from my past out of the woodwork attempting to try and rekindle things, yet alone attempting to try and see if this transformation that I have made within my life is true and genuine or if it's a facade. And with me moving back to, I'm gonna just consider it my hometown. With me moving back to my hometown, I understand the reasons as to why I'm back here, but a lot of people don't, so it's all good. That's neither here or there. But anyways, in doing so, a lot of people see me and they approach me in the energy of who I used to be versus who I am now. Therefore, they perceive me as the old me versus the me that I am now. And with that being said, they don't necessarily know me. They knew of me, but they don't know me as the man that I am today. And with that, a lot of people still attempt to try and handle me in the fashions of how I used to be in the past, but I'm not that individual no more. And so they will attempt to antagonize me and poke the bear to see if they can get a reaction out of me. And when they don't, all of a sudden I'm the bad guy, and they start projecting, pointing the finger, placing the blame, and all of the above. And at the end of the day, I don't take it to heart because I understand it for what it is. It's simply projection. How you feel about yourself. It is what it is. But in knowing this, I take it with a grain of salt. I let people get off what they chest, what they need to get off. but I also use my discernment to understand it for what it really is. And at the end of the day, I will not let nobody provoke me into getting out of character or becoming that individual that I used to be. It doesn't matter what type of trauma anybody has going on, within their life from the past or even now. I will not let anyone dictate how I go about living my life or perceiving certain situations in no way, shape, or form. Simply because I have the power to change anything. I have that free will to do whatever it is that I want. And I don't have to accept and or tolerate anything that I don't want to. So with that being said, again, learn to master your mind, your emotions. Learn to regulate them. Learn to tap into your intuition. Learn to utilize the senses. Learn to allow the discernment that God has given you to navigate these situations within life so that you can break through these barriers and move forward in life and let that wheel turn so that you can finally gain that momentum to move forward in life in the ways in which you want to. That's truly what it's all about. How you react or respond to certain situations as they come about. And the best way to do such things is by learning to tap into your intuition. And in doing so, you also have to trust in yourself as well as the process. But understand that if you don't trust yourself, there's no way that you are going to be able to discern what's true and what's false. So again, I say, self-mastery truly is key, and it'll unlock a lot of things within your life so that you can truly see it for what it really is versus the facade that it's perceived as. Just a little bit of advice I wanted to, pop out there and get y'all, love and light. Stay blessed. Be easy.